All right, if you own a bird, you're probably always on the lookout for natural ways to keep your feathered buddy happy and healthy, right? And that brings us to a plant that, let's be honest, a lot of us have just sitting on a windowsill somewhere. Aloe vera. But here's the twist. What if that same plant could be both a superfood and a serious danger? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
So can birds even eat aloe vera? This question comes up all the time in online groups and forums for bird owners. And it's a great question. I mean, you want to do what's best for your pet, but you gotta be 100% sure it's safe first.
And the answer is, drumroll please, yes. But, and this is a huge but, it comes with some really crucial precautions. See, with aloe vera, the secret to keeping your birds safe isn't really about what you're giving them, it's all about how you do it.
So yeah, let's just think of this as a cautious green light. We're going to walk through both the incredible benefits and the hidden dangers so you have absolutely all the facts you need before you even consider making this part of your bird's life.
Okay, first things first, let's just do a quick intro to a plant most of us recognize, aloe vera. It's been used as a medicinal powerhouse for like centuries. It originally comes from the Arabian Peninsula, but these days you can find it pretty much all over the world.
All right, now for the exciting part, the why. Why would a bird owner even think about using this? Well, it turns out this plant is absolutely jam-packed with potential benefits for your little buddy. Let's take a look at the upside. And honestly, the list of potential perks is pretty darn impressive. We're talking about things like soothing their digestive system, giving their immune system a boost. It might even help with their skin and feather health. Some people even use it as a kind of natural dewormer for things like candidiasis and parasites.
And why does it do all that? Well, just take a look at what's inside. This stuff is loaded. You've got vitamins A, C, E, a bunch of B vitamins. Then there's minerals like calcium, zinc, iron. And on top of all that, all the essential amino acids. It's a true nutritional powerhouse.
And you know, this isn't just theory. There's this really powerful story from Carolyn Swissgood about an aviary in Florida with 200 rescued parrots. 200! The owner gives them fresh aloe, and she credits it for their incredible health, especially considering a lot of them had really rough starts in life. That's a pretty amazing story.
Okay, so that's all the good stuff. But, and you knew there was a but coming, with aloe, you have to be so careful. This is the part where things can go wrong, and I mean really wrong, if you don't know what you're doing.
Here's the most important thing you need to know. Not all parts of the aloe leaf are the same. Not even close. The whole secret to using this plant safely is knowing which part of the leaf is which, because one part is a superfood and the other is basically a poison.
And here you can see exactly what I'm talking about. On one side, you've got the safe part, that clear jelly-like gel from the inside of the leaf. That's the good stuff. But on the other side, that's the toxic part. It's a thin, yellow layer of sap called latex that's right underneath the outer skin. That yellow stuff is what you have to avoid at all costs.
So what makes that yellow stuff so bad? It contains a compound called aloin. And for birds, aloin is just bad news. Think of it like a really strong natural laxative. It can cause major digestive problems like diarrhea, and for a small animal, that can lead to dehydration and other issues really fast.
Okay, so let's just recap the dangers real quick. The number one risk is your bird getting sick from that aloin because the leaf wasn't prepared right. And of course, just like with any new food you introduce, there's always a small chance of an allergic reaction. So you always want to start slow and just pay attention.
All right, enough with the scary stuff. Now that we know the risks, let's talk about the solution. How can you actually use aloe vera safely? This is your step-by-step guide to getting all the good stuff without any of the bad. But wait, before we go any further, here is the single most important step. Seriously, this is non-negotiable. Before you even think about trying any of this, you have to talk to your avian vet. They know your bird, they know its health history, and they're the only ones who can give you the professional okay to proceed.
Okay, so you've got the vet's approval. Great! Here's a really common way to prepare it, making aloe water. First, grab a few leaves from an organic plant. Then, with a sharp knife, just slice them up into narrow strips. You don't even need to peel them for this method. Just pop the strips into a bottle of clean, filtered water. Now at first they're going to float, but just wait about 24 to 36 hours. As that gel seeps into the water, the strips will slowly sink. Once they're all at the bottom, it's ready to go. You can then use that as their main source of drinking water for about a week. And drinking it isn't the only way to use it. You can also carefully get that pure inner gel out, again, making absolutely sure there's no yellow latex, and put it right on a skin irritation or a small wound. Or you can take that aloe water we just made, put it in a spray bottle, and use it as a nice mist to help with their skin and feathers.
Okay, we're almost done, but I've saved what might be the single most important warning for the very end. Seriously, if you only take away one thing from our chat today, please make it this.
Here we go. This comes from ParroTainment South Africa, and they put it perfectly. Not all aloes are aloe vera. And yes, it's in all caps for a very, very good reason. This is so important.
What does that mean? Well, aloe is actually a giant family of plants with tons and tons of different species. And while the one we know, aloe vera, can be great, a lot of its cousins are not. Some of them are just a little bit irritating, but some are flat out poisonous. You absolutely cannot just grab any old plant that kind of looks like an aloe and use it.
So the bottom line is this. You need to be 1,000% certain that the plant you have is the real deal, true aloe vera. Its fancy name is Aloe barbadensis Miller. If you have even the tiniest sliver of doubt, just don't use it. It is that simple.
And that brings us to the end. We've looked at the amazing benefits, the really serious dangers, and the exact steps you need to take to use it safely. Now you've got the facts, so the final question really is for you. After you've had that crucial chat with your vet, is this powerful, natural remedy the right move for your flock? That's the decision we'll leave in your hands.
Hello everyone, this is Parrots from Let Companion Birds Fly in Melbourne, Australia. I'm just preparing quickly some water for the birds, for our parrots. And as you can see here, there's a variety of ingredients that you can use in the water, preferably filtered water, to give to the birds in their water, to cleanse their livers, their kidneys, aloe vera, which you can get from a supermarket. For instance, I just put a capful, just a little bit. I'm giving different waters to different parrots here depending on their needs. Okay, it was a bit more than a capful, but just to give you an idea. And you've also got organic spirulina, which helps get rid of toxins. It's absolutely fantastic. Human grade is fine. This is human grade actually. So if you put just very little, because they don't like the taste of it. And better to have little than nothing at all and your birds to go thirsty. So I'm putting that in all of them. Spirulina is great to be sprinkled all over foods too, but the thing is that if the foods get thrown out, then you're wasting out the spirulina. And it's better to have it in water.